Hey, Robert Mitchell here. I'm just going to shoot a quick video with some wild plant edibles. Nothing too intense. Just gonna pick a few things. I figure maybe with your COVID-19 quarantine, maybe you don't have access to fresh vegetables and fresh greens. So let's take a look and see what we can locate. So I'm literally right off my back deck, and there's food right here. So this is, if you see this right here, that's called dead nettle. And if you look at that leaf, I'm going to get as close as I possibly can so you can see that leaf and these flowers. And this stuff is everywhere this time of year, and it's delicious. So look for those little suckers. And then obviously we're going to look at some violets. So this time of year the flowers and the leaves are both edible. And if you don't know what a violet looks like, I don't know what to tell you. Now these leaves down here, I'm going to try to get one for you. See right here, well, I'll pluck one. So this is a heart-shaped leaf. Alright, so right here off my deck, there's two things to eat right there. This is another type of violet, and it's also edible. This was called a variegated, or some people call it around here a Confederate violet. And you can see that leaf right there. Same heart-shaped leaf. The blossoms are edible and the leaves are edible. Okay. Now this right here is a wild onion. Now I'm going to go ahead and dig up some of these and show you these. And the thing to remember is these things go quite deep. So as deep as you think you need to go down. I probably should have brought a trowel with me, but I just sort of walked off with what I had in my pocket. But you're going to go much deeper than you think you need to go to get these things. I gotta put the phone down. Hold on. So here's a wild onion, and these things are delicious. Let me tell you. And the whole thing is edible. What I usually do with mine, though, is I'll trim it right here to get the onion itself off, and then I'll trim this white portion off, and then I'll eat the green tops. But this middle section here is a little bit woody and tough. Now let's go see if we can find some narrow leaf plantain. Now would you look at that? That's a whole patch of dead nettle, and it's right next to the sidewalk. Look at it. That's enough to feed. That's enough to make up several servings right there. Now, obviously, this is a dandelion, and dandelions are yummy. Now, you can tell the leaf of the dandelion just like this. Do you see that? It's like a sawtooth. See there? And the blossoms and the leaves are both edible on a dandelion. Isn't that pretty and delicious? Hey, so once you get all your stuff gathered up, and I just recommended that you try some dandelion and some violet and some onions and some of that dead nettle. Now they call that dead nettle because there are stinging nettles that will sting you. And that's a nettle that's dead. In other words, it doesn't have the little stingy fibers on it. and it's out there by the tons, and that's probably the yummiest thing that's in that bowl. So after you get it in, clean it up really good, and then chop it up, and then put it in a pan, put it in with a little bit of water, enough water to cover it a little bit, and then throw in a bouillon cube, depending upon how much volume you have, maybe one cube for 1 or 2 servings. And that gives it a little bit of salty flavor, and it's really quite good. It's almost like onion soup, if you would. So, and then just simmer that until it's tender. Now, if this stuff sounds interesting to you, it's important that you think about maybe taking a class. I'm going to put a link down here in the comments, so you can go click that link. And I do one-on-one lessons right now in Richmond, Virginia, and I can show up and take you on a walk, and more than likely, regardless of the time of year, within probably a quarter mile of your back door, maybe even closer, there's probably something there for you to eat. So now I'm going to show you the cooked up product and wrap it up. So I got the greens are all cooked up, and I got a little bowl here. And they're all hot and steamy. Let me take a little bit better picture. Hold on a second. Now, as you can see, now cook these up nice and tender, and those onions are in there, and with that bouillon cube, it's pretty good.